Hello, hello, hello. Pardon me. We have the ultimate matchup, Squirm versus Derperfier. You don't understand how long I've waited for this ultimate matchup. Torque and Berserk, what's up? What's poppin'? I actually can't believe this matchup is finally happening. I mean, these are just like my idols, basically. It would have been even better if this was like Star versus Squirm, for reasons that I will not go into right now. But you know, this will suffice. This will suffice. I'll just turn up the audio while we wait. Who is Star? You don't need to know. You don't need to know. If you know, you know. If you don't, then well, unlucky. Come on, bro. Squirm, join the match. Join the match. Not the 10 FPS laggy stream again, plus. Hey, we're on like 60 FPS. You want me to go down to 30 FPS? Is that what you're requesting? Da, 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 da. Oh no way, they're in the game. They're in the game. It's Mr. Squirm versus Derperfier. This is literally I can't even like show my excitement for this. This is like this is why casting is great. It's just Squirm versus Derperfier. Everyone wants to cast this matchup. Insane. Yo, what's up, Mal? You come in to support your boy Derperfier. He's actually flip resetting, coming out with the mechanics. Squirm has a pretty decent attempt here. He will get the first goal, but the question is how relevant will that be? I wonder what the ones like ratio is for winning with the first goal, because I feel like the ratio is just gonna be very even. They're instantly getting one back though. Squirm just kind of waiting out what Derp's gonna do, and eventually just takes this turn a little bit too wide and does not cover the net anymore. Derp making sure to take advantage of that mistake. Here to support me. Oh, that's cute. Ooh woo. Pleading face. Flashed. Mr. Squirm, what a guy, what a guy. Derp obviously with very grounded playstyle. A lot of power slide cuts, a lot of flicks, a lot of dribbles. And I can't say the same for Squirm. I feel like he's a little bit more extravagant in his playstyle. You're a very big clear and you should be able to follow this up as well. No, Derp will get the demo. Will actually make his play slow because he knows his opponent can spawn back in time. He wants to have a little bit more of a high percentage play, and the dribble really wasn't that great, but the defense was well, it was even worse to be quite honest. Derp getting the lead here, even though he conceded the first one here. Beating Squirm to the boost there, no issues whatsoever. But what's he gonna do here? No way! What a bump! Adjusted! What a save! We call that possession play, guys. Possession play, that's what that was. And I just want to say, Berserk, you're calling Squirm versus Derperfier cringe. This is what you deserve. The prospect of questioning Squirm. Like, how dare you? How dare you? The nerve on this guy. Absolutely insane. I want to see that love, like Star giving here. Squirm, I love Mr. Squirm. Yeah, I want more of that. I want more of that. Oh, that's a good Squirm bump, and he will equalize. Let's go, everybody. Squirm, he isn't done. No way, Squirm, no way he's gonna get the lead here. He actually had an open net, I'd say, for a little while, but he took it a little bit too slow. He has been, overall, the worst player in this matchup, but he's been able to equalize, so if he just performs at the end of the match a little bit more, then all the past has been pretty much irrelevant. Derp getting challenged there. He will opt to go for the boost. Squirm very an irregular way of going up for the ball there. Will end up just kind of having a weird touch, and oh no, Derperfier. You know, sometimes the calculations just aren't on point. You know, game one, we're warming up. Didn't quite see that one going in, unfortunately. But hey, happens to the best of us. Well, that's actually a really good 50. Squirm should score. No, he's missed the open net. He has dodged the bump, and then, I mean, they're almost own goals, and then posts himself for a second there. Squirm Trying to go for those really ball chasey plays, and it almost worked out because it did mess up Derp, but eventually it will be punished. Those kind of plays, you can't do them too often or eventually come back to bite you. Yeah, who are these people trying to act like they don't know who Star is? Everybody in the entire universe should know who Star is. And he's the biggest fan of Mr. Squirm. He's just taking the lead in the series. Can you believe it? Can you believe it, son? Okay, decent kickoff here from Derp. I want to see the monster flick. Is the monster flick gonna come? Oh, it almost did. But it's a goal line save by Mr. Squirm. I can't even believe I'm saying his name. It's just... I'm just so honored to be in this position to cast Mr. Squirm and Derperfier. Oh, Derperfier almost with the dribble play, but Squirm has been able to deal with a lot of them actually. I feel like Derperfier has to kind of switch up the offense a little bit here to score against Squirm, but maybe if he does eventually stick with his guns and keep trying those dribbles, he will eventually equalize. But no, Squirm just a little bit too fast on that play and gets the goal, beating out Derp cleanly. And this is so huge. Taking the first game provides a lot of momentum, and the first game is usually the one game where you're just like, it's the easiest to drop a game, even when you're the favorite in game one. So let's say, I would say Derp is very slightly more of the favorite here in this matchup. So Squirm getting this game is really big for him for this series. It just decreases the odds of losing very exponentially. They're sending up the dribble play here, just wants to get some momentum going into the next match, because he's not going to score 3 goals in the last 10 seconds. It's just not going to happen. And we will finish off game 1 with a 6-1, 6-3 rather, affair. Well, 7-3 affair. Squirm actually having a really slow start, but he picked up things after the second half of the game. Well, during the second half of the game. And I think he's kind of surprised Derp here, because at the beginning he was in absolute shambles and it looked like Derper was gonna just annihilate this game, but he's been able to turn it around here, and in a very impressive fashion as well. Tell Derp to check in. Derp, check in! I mean, I don't think he's listening to the cast. Wait. I'll say it in the chat because I have chat enabled. I'll disable it after though, a little bit after. Ooh, what a save by Derperfier. Squirm going for a mechanical play. It has been saved very well by Derp here. Ooh, going for a decent shot, but Squirm, he was not in Derp's vision, but he was able to save it on the goal line. Squirm actually getting the first goal here. Okay, Derp with a good dribble here. A little bit too wide for that one, Squirm being able to catch it out, but he's on very low boost, so eventually, surely he'll back away and give Derp an opportunity to equalize here. Okay, well, Derp going for a power side kite, and he's got it tries to get a top corner, and it'll be slightly too high. Tom, you know, he's a very big fan of Derperfier, who's just 50'd it into the top corner, who's just like quick alt-tab into trying to sign up for NSC, well, checking into NSC, and Tom We'll be delighted with Derp scoring that one. What a big fan. Derp going for another dribble play here. Gets a 50, decent enough for him to keep control for now. While Squirm gets a boost in his corner. Derp going for a little bit of mechanical play, but he's kind of lost the ball there. Uncharacteristically as well. Oh, what a dribble here by Derp. Can he get around the ball quickly enough? No, the ball goes onto the wall eventually. I'm actually interested to see if Derp can improve, because I feel like overall in the Aucksey Opens, as he gets the lead here, he's kind of underperformed. I feel like he's always been able to reach in different level, but hasn't quite been able to reach it on any type of consistent basis. Yo, it's Aucksey, no way. Nevertheless, there are a lot of tough opponents here in the Aucksey Open, a lot of potential winners. Noids being the biggest one because he won the last tournament. Oh, Derp with a very crucial boost miss. Squirm knows it, but he won't really challenge because he knows there's not much Derp can do. He's just kind of waiting for his inevitable possession. Here, a good 50 out by Derp. Ooh, and that's a very big miss by Squirm. And Derp, he doesn't really have to do much here because he is in the lead at the end of the day, so he's just waiting for a mistake from Squirm, waiting for an early challenge, maybe something to pounce on. Never mind, he will go for a triple set, and it does go in. I'll take back my words. Normally, Derp would not do this, but in this scenario, he doesn't even care. He doesn't even care. He's going for a flip set. Why? Because he's playing against Squirm. And when you're playing against Squirm, you have to flip your set on him. Aucksey, I have a very important reason. The smiley is just unacceptable. Here, a good play by Squirm, slowing it down. Oh, won't be able to score, but he definitely was very close. He's on very low boost though. We'll have a shot attempt, and actually, that's a very poor defensive display from Derp there, because Derp put himself in such a position where, you know, if he kept on the ball, Squirm wasn't really going to do much because he wasn't zero boost, but Derp eventually ends up on the backboard and made that one a lot more awkward. Derp actually off the ceiling was I think he was expecting Squirm to pre-jump that one, I'm not gonna lie, and then Derp eventually didn't really get a good touch because he was waiting for it as long as he could. And just like that, we're tied up. It might not be the first time I say that. Derp. Actually, what an expert dribble there. Just in front of the goal. We'll cut left, we'll cut right, get one extra touch to get it a little bit higher. That one made me squirm, oh my god. And that's a kickoff goal for Derperfier. We'll get the 2-goal lead. And you have to back Derperfier here with a 2-goal lead, surely. It's a minute and 20 remaining. Derperfier 9 points. Another kickoff win. We'll have an awkward shot. Almost got them, I feel like, but he did get it off before anything of consequence happening. So we'll have a healthy through goal cushion here. Late kickoff didn't work out too well for Derp. Squirm going for mechanical play, but left a lot to be desired there. There's no way. Monster flick. No. Delayed for the last second. It just kind of puts it behind Squirm. Doesn't really score, but he maintains possession at the end of the day. Squirm chasing a little bit. On 30 boost now. We'll have to make something happen. Eventually able to take Derp's boost. But that bump was actually so crucial for Derp. Got Squirm off the ball when Derp was on low boost and Squirm was on full. No way, Derp went for the Cookser Pinch when Squirm was that close to the play. There's no way. A little bit greedy there, I'd say, from Derp. Little bit greedy. Faking the kickoff there. Should be able to get back to the shot, and he will. Derp with a good save off of the backboard there. We'll just push this to the side with only 2 goals ahead. We'll try to waste as much time with this aerial play as he can. We'll just backflip, I suppose. But that should be the series tied up. And that looks like the series has just gotten a little bit more interesting. Both sides taking a game. Meow. I can't do on my view meow voice right now. I have to like put it in like I have to put my voice in like a certain mood to do the meow. You know what I mean? Like I have to practice it and just like, you know, edit the tone. But I can't just do it on command. You know, it needs like prep time. Cat jam. Uh, 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 uh. Shots though, 7, not 7, 12 to 9 here, so still very close. Saves on exact same number there. Unfortunately, nobody's getting assists. What on earth? Kappa. No team plays, what the fuck? Yeah. Like, what? I'll actually disable chat now. I feel no, it's Squirm, or it's the reverse for Squirm. If there's quick chats, we have to see it. Sorry, no, I have to enable it for this one. Sorry, have to enable it. We're just waiting for Derp to make sure he's checked in into his NSC1's tournament at the moment. But we should be continuing very shortly. Ladies and gentlemen. So guys, how you doing? What's happening? What's happening? Should we do a prediction while we wait? Since we're tied up anyways, who wins the series? Who wins the series? So on the left side we have Squirm. On the right side we have Derperfier. Guys, come on. I want to see a lot of predictions. A lot of them, you understand? I want the passion to come in for Mr. Squirm versus Star. Derperfier. Not Star, he's not in the tournament. Uh, 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 Someone has put 410 points. Frank the Goat has put 410 points on Mr. Squirm. And we have game 3 underway. There we go. Squirm again going for an edgeable here, but he had no control whatsoever during that instance. They're not really getting a very good 50 here. Squirm moving upfield, but he's been completely put out the play. Derp misses the open net. Shambles from Derperfier here, but eventually he will get up to it fast enough to secure the goal. I have a feeling Derp's gonna fake this one. Nope, never mind. Squirm staying close here. Actually gets a very good pop over Derp, and he should be able to equalize with an open net. Derp with the very early challenge there. But the thing was, the pop was really good, so I can't really question Derp too much. It was really impressive from Squirm in this tournament as well. Derp has lost to Ricky in game 5 in his group, so wasn't able to top that group out, which is why they're facing here today in the quarterfinals of the Aucksey Open. On the other hand, Squirm was able to beat all of his opponents in his group, including the likes of Hiryu, who have looked very impressive. So their overall record in this tournament favors Squirm. But so far, we've got this completely tied up. Good flick attempt, but ultimately was not very impressive from Derperfier here. Squirm trying to get the counter-attack goal in. Doesn't have any boost, but he didn't actually need it anyways. Squirm getting a quick counter here on Derp and taking the lead in the series. Yo, Holax. Derp now missing the first pad, but eventually still won the kickoff somehow. Squirm opting to go for his corner boost, but he's left his net completely open. He's pre-jumped the save, but he's gotten away with one there. And Derp, when he sees Squirm go for that boost again, you know for a fact he's gonna make sure to rip the shot a little bit earlier. Derp playing a little bit slow. Squirm just going for a little bit of what you could call pointless challenges, but they are messing up Derp a lot. They're slowing down the plays a lot. And a very good flick from Derperfier will tie it up once again, as we've said so many times already. Squirm unable to read that flick. And so Squirm's delay of Derp's play ultimately did not matter in the slightest. Squirm getting this to the side, but not very powerfully. He has to give up a little bit of time for Derp here, who does go for the bump on the back wall of the blue side here from Squirm, but was not able to get the bump. Squirm, he's got an open net here. Will he eventually score? Eventually is the right word, because he did. Way too late than what he should have. But hey, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. Squirm in the lead in game 3, tying up series. If you take this game, you will be on match point. It's still only best of 5s. Derp ripping a shot a little bit quicker than usually, so ultimately not have too much power on the shot. Derp utilizing the opposite half flip there, but got demoed here, and Squirm, he will be able to capitalize on the demo, and he converts as he gets a 2-goal lead cushion with half of the game remaining. More than enough time to get 2 goals back, or to make this uncomebackable. Is that a word? Well, now it is. And I've noticed off these kickoffs, Squirm very often will just go for his corner boost, and I feel like it can be punished a little bit more each time. Derp will be presented a free play on net, and he will convert that one as we are 1 goal apart. Squirm now. If I know, hey, he's gonna go up in the air. He doesn't really get a good touch, just follows down into the positioning of Derp. Derp in the air here, doesn't happen too often, but he does get a reset here. Doesn't quite get the height that he wanted, and now Squirm will be on the counter attack, getting a flip percent out of his own. Trying to control this now. Couldn't really get too much control. Derp avoiding the bump there. So very cleverly done. Is that a word? Cleverly? Uncomebackable. Uncomebackable. Sorry, that was a, you know, that's I got a dictionary. That's one of the words in my dictionary. I'll invent words. What's happened so far? What's happened is I've said the word comebackable. It's now a word because I said it. And other than that, it's been tight, very very tight every game so far. We had a little bit of a delay because Derp had to sign up for NEC 1's tournament. Ooh, Derp going for the bump there. Almost worked out. Squirm going very high in the air. Won't be able to follow that up very quickly. Derp. It's not the first time where he's thought something has been out, but it's actually been in, and that's it's come back to bite him again here. And has thrown away his lead just like that. Squirm. The shot there didn't look all too threatening, but Derp has been very slow. You know, all of your attempts don't have to be that threatening against Derp because he plays slow, so he allows you a lot of time to come back and recover. You know, Derp very often will go for that ultimate dribble play that he wants to send up, take his time as much as he wants. So ultimately speaking here, I feel like he's allowing a lot of mistakes from Squirm, which wouldn't work against other players here. Ooh, ultimate! Sorry, I'm fluffing my words here. Squirm almost getting a save here. That was actually very close. I'm surprised that went in. I thought he was gonna pinch it off his own post there for a second, but no. Derpy with a good challenge. He can't get back in time. Derp, he will get demoed. Squirm, his play has been delayed a little bit. Derp trying to punish, a little bit aggressive there, but he will be able to get back. Tries to put it in his own corner. Derp here, taking it slow as he usually does here, going for slow attempts. Ultimately doesn't really do anything too threatening, and we will go into overtime. Squirm versus Derperfier. Whoever wins this will be in the lead and will get match point on top of that. So much momentum to gain from this game. And it will be decided by one goal here in overtime. Squirm will have an attempt here going up in the air. We've seen him do this a lot, but it hasn't been too impressive doing so. But actually, he will get the bottom corner. Surprising Derp. And I don't really think that should have gone in, to be honest. And looking at the stats, a good defensive display by Squirm, but the conversion rate by Derperfier leaves a lot to be desired here. And now he's found himself in a very tough situation to come back from. Well, there's one thing we can be sure about. Derp's mental game will be put on a test here. On a test? Put to the test here. Ooh, a good challenge by Squirm. His flip a little bit awkward, so he can't capitalize too quickly. Both just kind of awkwardly in the orange corner there. Continues to be a lot of the same. The first 30 seconds being very very awkward from both perspectives here, but ultimately Squirm being the one with the ball the most, and he will get the first goal as well. But awkward plays that eventually turn out to be a goal. first game was 7-3, the second game, I don't know. Here, a bump attempt by Derp. Will get saved by Squirm. Derp just about able to get back to that one and save it. But he is on a pretty undesirable boost amount. Ooh, Squirm almost clangs that one into the top corner of his own net, but eventually does get it out. There are a lot of power slide cuts here, but Squirm seems to have a good idea of Derp's attempts in offense, so he's been able to read them decently. Will get the flick right over Derp there, and has a 2-goal lead. We took game 1, Squirm. Squirm. Is that just a kickoff goal? Yes it is. 3 goals already. Squirm, some people really didn't think this guy would be too much of a challenge, but he has surprised so far in the Aucksey Open, and he's continued to do so still now. Here, a decent attempt by Derp, but will be saved by Squirm. Which is a sentence I've had to say for a lot of Derp's attempts this tournament against Squirm. He's had quite the issues. And there we go, monster flick by Derperfier will get the first goal, and ultimately, which I've been saying the whole time, I don't know, I keep saying ultimately. But Derp, he's had the majority of the attempts in the majority of the games, but ultimately, well, hasn't really taken the games. We did make that play count. Now Derperfier gets it to the left side, wondering if he will go for mechanical play, and he will. Doesn't really get good connection at all, and now Squirm will get the counter-attack goal, and Derp's momentum for a comeback has just been punched back just that bit. How is he? Doing alright. I keep saying ultimately though, so that's kinda pissing me off. Derp here taking his place very slow. I feel like you know, in this game, you might as well just play a little bit faster in offense, because you don't need to keep second guessing every single play you do, because if you keep doing it throughout a series, your opponent knows that you're second guessing all of your plays, and you're just trying to make your opponent awkward. So if you lose that effect of making them awkward, then there's no real point in doing it constantly. You have to switch up the playstyle just a little bit. And Squirm has adapted well in this series to deal with that as well. Derp will get a counter-attack goal there. Within 3 now, 1:40 remaining. Decent kick out by Derp, but won't get to the boost. It actually will, because Squirm misses it. Has been given an opportunity. Squirm with an early challenge. Squirm now air dribbling. This could go really well, but oh, it actually has. But it's more of a mess up on the defense from Derperfier. And this might be the deciding goal, the dagger to decide the winner of the series. 4 goals is definitely very doable, but you are asking for a lot. Oh, and that's a top corner shot by Squirm. And Derp will not be able to save that one. And Squirm has done such a great job here in this series. Saving attempt after attempt, really analysing Derp's playstyle here very well. Squirm on really low boost. Will get the ball there, no way. That must trigger Derp so much, and that should be game. Oh my. Squirmy's faults, he's grinded these games out, apart from the last one. But he's been able to clinch the majority of the games and the series on top of that. And Derp again, this is not the first time. Quarterfinals. Upset loss? But to some, this might not sound like an upset loss anymore. Some people just start to expect it at this point. Beep cast in Spanish. Spanish! No. And with the time ticking down, Squirm will be your victor in this quarterfinal. And all the other opponents, they will be looking at this result with fear, because Squirm, a tough challenger for anyone within the tournament.